You're one of the most centrist opinions I've ever heard on the show. Let's go.
So I'll put forth a structure by which anybody who's watching this podcast can actually go on to analyze if a state government or the central government is doing a good job or not. Because this answer is so nuanced, you can't say yes or no to this. Okay? So there are three ways in which I break down the performance of a government: economic indicators, social indicators, and ease of doing business. Okay? Let's start with ease of doing business. In 1991, when our country got liberalized, it was liberalized on paper. We received a lot of foreign companies over here who created a lot of jobs. And after that, the GDP per capita shot up. The income of Indian middle class, it shot up. And that's how we saw the IT revolution. But what most people do not understand is that even today, it is very difficult to do business in India. For example, if I'm somebody who wants to set up a factory in India today, and I want to invest 100 crores in a state, it is very difficult for me to start my business quickly because I have to get a lot of permits from the power department, from the water department, from the environmental department, and so on and so forth. And because there's a lot of delay in this clearance, a lot of foreign businesses, they just quit India and they would rather go to Vietnam, Indonesia, or Bangladesh, where things are much easier in certain sectors, like textile sector is for Bangladesh. So the moment this happens, employment in India is not created. Economy of India could have received a lot of positive output, but because these companies, they quit India and they go somewhere else, we lose out on a lot of opportunities. So the question that you got to ask yourself is, what is your state or your country doing to increase the ease of doing business in India? For example, when it comes to Gujarat, they came up with the concept of something called single window clearance system, where they have a single portal. And by the way, the government of Gujarat was so obsessed with bringing business to Gujarat that they set up a dedicated customer support team who can help out these investors and businesses to get through the government regulations, government policies and procedures so that they can set up the factory very quickly. There was a major problem of land acquisition, for which the Gujarat government built something called the land bank. And because of that, when Ratan Tata wanted to shift his plant from West Bengal to another state, he got a lot of offers. But Gujarat was the quickest state to give land to Tata. As a result, within 15 days, Ratan Tata was able to make a decision. They shifted to Gujarat. If I'm not wrong, the Tatas have invested 6,060 crores in Gujarat, creating a lot of employment. So a very important indicator of whether the government is doing a good job or a bad job is to check how easy is it to do business in a particular state. And now the government is coming out with something called National Single Window Clearance System, which is basically the extended version of what they did